I think it still makes sense. And what I want to draw your attention to is that very often we as Scrum Masters, we observe our teams and we think we know what's the problem. We think we know what troubles them. We think what needs to be tailored and changed is pretty obvious. But sometimes the team has a different view on it. So what we think and what the team thinks very often is not the same thing. And if we do a retrospective properly, it should be a space, a safe space, where the team itself, like the team members from the team, have a possibility of sharing what bothers them, right? And if you can do this retrospective as informal as possible, where you can say, hey guys, this is a safe place where we all can talk about anything which bothers us in a day-to-day job. We want to hear about it, right? First, an important step is just to know that we have a problem. We want to know that someone is not happy with something, that someone being bothered with something, and just saying it aloud in front of your teammates might be helpful. Saying, hey guys, I don't actually like the way we talk to another department, or I don't like how we talk to each other, or sometimes I hear colleagues talk and I don't like the tone of voice with which we talk to each other. So just listening to that kind of thing, listening to frustration and listening to a problem being raised very often helps. This will be a first step towards resolving it later. But if you can create a safe space where everybody is invited to share, you can start by saying, hey guys, if there's anything that we are not happy with in the way we work together, let's talk about it. And you can start with a simple conversation. What will happen sometimes, and this happened to me many times, I think that the biggest problem that this team has is X. And then I invite people, hey guys, let's share, is there anything we are not happy with? What is your the most burning problem for you? And when the guys start to talk what they experience as a problem, it is often completely different thing. They say, oh, the problem is Y. And I think as a Scrum Master, it's X, but they think Y, right? And in those cases where the team is not agreeing, when your personal opinion is different from the opinion of the team, I usually tend to let go of my own opinion, park it somehow, and allow the team to tackle whatever they are saying is important to them. Because I think retrospectives gives us a possibility to teach the team self-organization. So think about it this way. If the team thinks that this is our main problem, if they are willing to discuss, and if they are willing to do something with that problem, even if the problem is not so serious to you, if you don't think it's the biggest problem that they have, but the important thing is they thought it's important, they started to talk about it, they figured out a solution, and they solved it. And I think this cycle where the team learns how to identify something and fixes it, this is very important learning for the team as a unit. And this is what we want as Scrum Masters. We want that type of responsibility. We want to teach our teams act like this. That if you look in the future, your beautiful vision, how should you as a beautiful Scrum Master work? You don't want to do anything. You want your team to be self-organized. You want to teach your team and your teammates how to raise the level of awareness so that they see their own problems, and then the level of maturity of the team to get it to the level where they don't need anybody. They don't need a boss. They don't need a manager. They don't need a Scrum Master. They know how to identify problems and they know how to fix problems. And this is what we want, our ideal state and our vision in the future. We want a good self-organizing team. Self-organizing means they can solve their problems without us.
So, particularly in my case, right, we do not have a Scrum Master on the team, and I'm not playing the role of a Scrum Master. I'm more of a TPM on the team, right?
Yep.
So there is no Scrum Master, there is no EM. It's me working on technically a TPM role. I'm working along with these engineers, right? So when I completely see your point, but should what I'm trying to gauge is if this discussion should be more prone towards the project itself or the challenges there versus the challenges that the team members are facing within their own department or organization, or if they start sharing something along those lines. First of all, how I should take that as, and then does it become my responsibility to go and then, probably have a word with their team or speak to their managers? How should I go about that?
Yeah, so I think it's important that you need to separate. There are things that are required from you in your role, right? And if you say, I'm not a formal Scrum Master for all of you guys, I think it's important that you say it, right? You say, hey guys, I want to help us improve.
Right.
I will take kind of a Scrum Master hat on me. It's not my formal role, right? But I want us to improve, and I want us to have a retrospective. I think having a retrospective is beneficial to us. If you agree with me, let's do it, right? So it's important that you say to the guys that, or to your team, ladies and gents, whatever, that you tell it, like, hey guys, there's my role, which requires me to do X, Y, and Z. And formally, even though I am not your Scrum Master, I still want us to improve, and I will take that role temporary just to run that meeting for us. And I will be facilitating, I will be acting as Scrum Master for the duration of the retrospective, right? So that it's very clear why you are acting this way and not any other way, right? When you tell them that, hey guys, I'm temporarily taking the head of a Scrum Master on, everybody understands, okay, now she will be in a facilitation mode. She is not a manager. She is not judging us. So there are a lot of things that follow your kind of your announcement that, hey guys, now I am playing Scrum Master, and I will be behaving slightly different than I usually behave in my formal role. So I think that's important, that you make sure that everybody knows, because I think depending on the role that you have already, there are certain things that the guys might be like, maybe you have slightly higher authority on certain topics, right? Where they, in a normal situation, the team would be listening to you as someone who has an authority. As soon as you say, guys, I'm your Scrum Master, you park your authority somewhere. And here you say, hey, I will be just helping you. I will not be judging you. I will not be trying to teach you anything, right? I will be just a Scrum Master helping us, having a discussion about productivity, having a discussion about how can we become better. And then what is important, you are not, first, there's no expectation that you should be solving all the problems that will be identified in this retrospective. This is another thing which is worth, like you say, should I go and talk to their management? Should I go and escalate if there is something pops up? No, the answer is no, right? It's not your job to fix all their problems. Okay. You want to help them understand that they have problems, and then you want them to take responsibility themselves to handle their own problems. So you can say, hey guys, I can help you talk about it. We can together discuss what could be a possible solution. But if you actually want to go and solve it, it should be all of you. If you have a problem, you go and talk to your manager about it. If you have a problem with another department, you guys go and talk to the guys from another department. But it's not that I will be now solving all your problems, right? You're still not their manager, and there is no expectation that you will be babysitting them.
Okay, got it.
So help from your side is, and I think it's important that you tell them this as well, right? Saying that, hey guys, I will not be your babysitter and not your mother, right?
Yeah.
We all have our own jobs. We all have our own roles, right? What I am doing here is I am facilitating a discussion about it, right? I am helping us figure this out, and I help us, like we might talk about strategies, how we can solve it, but it's not my job that I will kind of, after we are finished, I will go and solve all our problems. Of course, that's not an expectation.
Okay.